All right, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 779 for January 15th, 2024. It's two shows I've made it through where I didn't fuck up the year.
Good job.
We'll see if there's got to be one. It's always going to be. But on the show this week, we have Terrence.
What's up?
We got the Wombat.
Yes, sir.
And I think Anthony said he's going to be joining us late. I don't know. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Yeah, we did our Game of the Year show. Got a couple tweets and emails about that later on. 2023 was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, 2024 feels pretty fucking good so far, too.
Man, don't it? Let me tell you. You know what? We'll just roll right into it. Let me tell you what I was playing. Let me tell you about 2024. Wait, can I talk about that? Oh, yeah, I can because the review was out. I can talk about it.
Oh, you talking about Prince Persia?
Yeah,
Prince Persia embargo's dropped. Now, there's a couple things I can't talk about, but yeah, you can talk about
I know you. Yeah. Man, that game is fantastic. Like I already put out a review, and I put in there that I because 2023 was definitely a better year for video games. Like we had just heat dropping left and right, and it's a good sign that 2024 is already starting off so well.
I mean,
Like
we
if
already
you
got Game of the
love,
Year. I mean, let's go. We're done.
I mean, right? Yeah. Like at this point, shit, we here. Like that, the Lost Crown is, for the longest time, Castlevania Symphony of the Night has been my gold standard for Metroidvania games. As far as the story, the action, the combat, the puzzles, all of it. That was the game to beat. The Lost Crown beats that game. Like it's so
I don't
good.
know if I
Like
go that far.
really?
I mean,
So the only
it's
go ahead,
really
go ahead, go
good.
ahead.
No, it's really good. Goddamn Symphony of the Night is a fucking classic. Like,
It is, and so okay. If the only way or the only reason I think that Symphony of the Night would, for me, I guess, get the edge of or over um Prince of Persia is, and I this is a spoiler, but I mean that game is old. If you don't know this by now, the fact that Castlevania was fucking amazing. Like you get to the end, you beat Dracula, and it's like, oh shit. But then they flip the castle, and you go through all this other stuff. Like, and it's like, wow. Like Prince doesn't have that type of move, I guess, where it has that big of a thing where it's like, oh my god, there's a whole nother, fucking 40-hour adventure here or something.
if they flipped that game and told me I had to play it, like even where I'm at right now, I would probably just give it the finger and turn it off because that map is already too goddamn big.
And I was going to say that's why I don't think it needs to do that, because that map is huge. Like I finished the story and I haven't even like I think my percentage right now is like 70%, and there's still a lot of the map that I haven't unlocked yet. Either because I didn't have the power, or the ability at the time to navigate the section, or I went in there and I saw that it was some crazy spike puzzle, and I was like, nope, I ain't got time for this, and I just went to go do something else. So I'm going back through and trying to 100% stuff, but just the biggest thing about this game is, for me, is the control, the fluidity in which Sargon moves throughout this world. When you make a mistake or you get killed because of a puzzle or something, for me, like I never once was like, man, the game cheating like I sometimes do. I knew it was because I held left too long, or I didn't time that double jump just right, or I didn't teleport when I should have, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it was because of something I did wrong. Like the controls feel that precise, and that transitions even into the combat. And when you start to mix all his different abilities with the combat, which starts off very basic with like a 3-hit kind of combo that he gets. Um, but he has like slides and dodges, and then like you can run, and like he has this kick which will launch enemies. And the game is very much around aerial combat, so knocking them up in the air and doing damage like that. That's gonna be your bread and butter, as long as keeping the enemy off kilter. But all of that stuff like works together so well and it's just so fluid. Like I don't know. Like I can wax poetic about this game for so long, but I mean, I wrote a review. Tell me what you think, because I know you playing it too.
I
So what
am,
you, yeah.
and yeah, I'm on the same page. Like everything about this game just feels really, really, really good. Like it's one of those games that like you said, if you fuck up, it's on you because it's not the game. This is a perfect example. Like Wombat, you and I were talking about Gravity Circuit, and like if you use the analog stick, like you fuck up the grapple hook and all that.
Yes, sir.
Like Prince of Persia's control is so good that it doesn't matter if you use the analog stick because the controls are so well defined that you don't ever mess that up. The only thing I messed up was when you you get a power later in the game where you can grab shit and throw it at shit, and that was a little funky when you're jumping.
Mm, yeah.
But
Yep.
like jumping off of the spinning bars or wall jumping or your dash, your slide, all of that stuff was just buttery smooth with the analog stick. Like it never felt like if when you messed up it was entirely your fault because you made a wrong move, not because the controls were fighting you.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
if I had a complaint about this game, besides it just the map just being like almost overwhelming to the point where when you zoom out, you might see 20% of it at full zoom. Like that's how big it gets at some point.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that there's a lot of times where you will have an objective and it's like here, go here, do this. This is your next thing you need to do. But there may be other shit you need to do before that or come at it from a different angle that the game does not telegraph very well.
Nope.
And you will spend a lot of time like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like, and then you'll do, and I think it's designed that way so that you explore the map. Like,
Hmm.
here's a spot that you can go to, and the map does a good job of saying, okay, well, you can go this way, but this door is blocked. You can't get this way, or this is a one-way path that you can only come at from this angle, or and on top of that, like the memory thing is one of the greatest innovations in a Metroidvania. Like since its
Oh my
inception,
God.
you can
Yes.
basically like go into a room and you see a puzzle that you can't solve right now. You basically can take a picture of it, and on the map, when you hover over that picture, because I've got one of those pictures set to one of those. Do you remember the puzzles where you have the statues where you had to face them a different way?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
I couldn't
Yes.
figure that out, so I took a picture of it, and like on my map, there's a picture. It's like I can't do this yet because I'm stupid.
Yep. I use that so much. Like that is every Metroidvania needs that going forward. That was so convenient. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love that feature.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think like I don't want to spoil like any of the powers. I don't want to spoil any of the like
Yeah, I was trying not to do that too.
the boss battles and stuff, but like some of the puzzles in this game literally had and it's both a blessing and a curse that you're playing this game before it comes out because it sucks when you can't just go on the internet and be like, how do I get past this part? Like, because you can't figure
Yes.
it out. But when you do figure out, like the big the puzzle I just did last night where you have the big three rotating things and you have to figure out how to put those purple orbs in the different slots.
Yep. Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha.
once I figured that out, I felt so fucking smart. I was like, "Oh my
Me
god."
too. I was like, I don't understand. What do you want from me? Like, yes. Oh man, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I so many times I was like, man, I wish I could go on the internet and look up how to do this.
I want to look up
Oh
the
goodness.
internet so bad right now, trying to do the constellation part. I'm like, I want to know how I get here. I can't figure it out. But like it's so good. It's such a
It
good
is.
game and like there is now like we're getting to the point where Mount Rushmore of Metroidvanias is happening. Like you got Symphony of the Night, you got Super Metroid. I think
Yep.
Prince of Persia's on that Mount Rushmore. It's really that good.
I would. Yeah, I agree. It really really is. And I also like 100% agree with what you said as far as the problems. Like the game is really bad about that. Like I told you my experience where I had similar to where you were. And there was a marker on there. The game is like you get an objective, and it's like, hey, go here. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, you go there, and then you realize it's blocked. And you're like, well, what the fuck? The game told me to come here. But the game doesn't tell you you have to go over to this side and under this because you need something from there to actually get to where it wants you to go. And I do think that's because, like you said, it just wants you to explore. But man, they do have that little system where you can buy a hint from that little girl. I can't think of what her name is.
Yeah, she also sells
Um,
you the maps, which her
yeah.
her selling me the map of one area saved me like because I'd been running around that area trying to figure out how to get past this part. And
Yep.
when she showed me the map, I was like, "Oh, that's not the way to go to the next area." Well, okay, then
Yep.
that saves me the time of I don't have to try to
Saves
get
me
through
too.
this fucking grinding puzzle because it's probably just a Xerxes coin at the end of that. So
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's a lot of the rooms that I went into where it was like spikes or something crazy, and I'm like, nope, this is just a Xerxes coin. I'm going, I'm going this way. I'll worry about it later, because
yeah,
that stuff is going to have. You're going to need those late game, because there'll be a vendor that takes those and only those.
yeah,
So
I've already
that's
read.
what those
I've
are
already
for.
found the vendor that takes those,
Oh, nice. Okay.
and like I'm almost at the point where I'm like, some of those Xerxes coin puzzles, I'm like, nah, fuck this.
Yep.
Fuck
Yep.
absolutely every part of this because it's like last final boss level Meat Boy shit. It's just like,
Yep.
it's
It's
so
crazy.
hard.
Yeah, it's like nah, I'm not the mindset for this because I'm going 100% that game because I do like it. Like I'm going to solve some of these puzzles, but not right now. Like it's you got to be in the mindset to sit down and know you're gonna fuck up over and over again. And I no,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a great game.
The
It's a
funny
great
thing,
game.
the only other thing I think that we didn't talk about was the amulet system, which I think is pretty cool, where
Yeah, you're right.
it's basically like a perk system where you get so many slots to put these amulets in, and these amulets will do different things. Like it'll give you an extra attack, it will give you an extra chunk of bar on your health.
Hmm.
Um, my favorite so far has been like the collecting of the shards, like from a distance. Like that's
Oh
probably my.
yeah, that's
Oh, and
super
the
helpful.
Zelda shot with your sword. I love that one too.
Nice.
Like and
Nice.
like you can, and it's just like any of those games where you'll find pieces of for lack of a better word, heart. So you can up your health,
Yep.
and you will find
Hmm.
amulet slots that you can add more amulets to. And like the better ones take more slots than the smaller ones, and you can also fucking upgrade the
Yep.
the
The
amulets, and you can
amulets.
upgrade your sword attacks and like some of your powers you can upgrade, but they're not
Hmm.
required. They just make things easier. That game is too good. It is
It
really too
is.
good. And,
It is really well done.
and I think it really depresses me. And no, Wombat, I know you said you were going to do the Ubisoft Plus thing to play this, so this isn't a shot at you. I've just seen a lot of this. I've seen a lot of people, like, even as like heralded as it is, are like, well, I'll wait till it's on sale because it means Ubisoft, because we always know their games go on sale. Or like people are doing what you're doing, where they're just buying the month of Ubisoft Plus to play it. It almost is like, I mean, this is like one of the best games I've played in a long ass time, and like nobody's buying it. Nobody's gonna buy it, and it's gonna make me feel like that Ubisoft's gonna be like, well, nobody wants this game. Like nobody wants us to
Right?
do
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
they're not
game
gonna make
like
no
that.
more.
it's their own fault though, because that I
It is.
mean
It kind of is.
it's
It kind of
their
is.
their decision making is I mean it's the same like you wouldn't have complained that nobody paid full price for Starfield instead of playing it on Game Pass. Like it's the same thing. They put their games into their service day one because they want people to subscribe to the service.
No, no.
So
Like I said, I'm
I'll
not
play
judging
their
anybody
shit by
for it.
subscribing to the service.
No, I don't blame you. You look out for your money.
That's
Right.
right.
Shit, I'm doing it for Mirage. Like I damn sure ain't clowning you, nigga. Like I understand. Like because I want to play Mirage, but I'm not about to pay. I saw it was on sale for like $36, but I was like,
I mean, Mirage will probably be like $10 at some point, like they all are.
I
Oh yeah.
well, all their
Yeah,
stuff is like it's
all the
already
Ubisoft games crash in
yeah,
price every time.
real quick, which is so weird.
And it's
Like
like
what the
I
heck?
don't blame the people for this. It just makes me sad that like Ubisoft will probably never make another one of these because they'll be like, well, nobody wants it.
But you know what though? because they take that stance like that, like they look at how many obviously products are moving. There must be some way for them to look at how many people signed up for this and still played the game through that service, and that still count toward, you know what I mean, like
I just
interest or
wonder if,
something,
like,
right?
I believe Microsoft looks at things like that, but I don't know that I believe Ubisoft and places like EA look at stuff like that. I don't know.
I got you. I got you.
Like, I don't
I would
trust
hope
EA
so.
and Ubisoft.
I listen, me either for real. But I really hope that they do, because this was good, and Sargon deserves to continue on in this little story. Like this was really good. Like I hope they don't let this go.
It's weird too because like I get vibes of old Prince of Persia games, but it doesn't really feel like a Prince of Persia game.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get the vibes though. And that was because my son was watching me play it, and I was like, yeah, no, in the old ones, man, you had to like lower yourself when you fell, because if you just jumped and fell too high, you was dead. Like you broke your bones. That was it. Like it was, you had to be careful when you drop down and different stuff. Like, but yeah, it's, I don't know. Yeah, it's so good. Damn, it's so good.
Yeah, it's very very good. It will most likely be. I mean, unless we just have another banger year like 2023 where I couldn't even took me forever to get down to 10. Like this will be on my list and probably high.
Hmm. Same.
It's very
Definitely
good.
same. Um, Man, I for real, I really, because I mean I finished it and had to write the review. I really just played a lot of Prince. I played some Ghostbusters. Um, Busting Ghosts is still fun. They've added a bunch of different stuff to
Is
that
this that
game. So I'm glad
fucking
I played it.
Ilphonic game?
Hmm.
The
Yeah,
multiplayer? Okay, I just so many Ghostbusters games. It's crazy.
I know, because there's a couple VR games, and like they doing a lot with the Ghostbusters. I did start well restart, because I had 6 hours in Hi-Fi Rush, but it was the save from was back in like February of last year, so I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So I restarted Hi-Fi Rush and figure I'll probably knock that out while
You're not
I
just
don't
gonna
have
wait on the
anything.
Switch version? I mean,
No. I'm gonna play it on the Xbox where it's at. But that is a good guy. I had to tailor down the like I put it on easy just because I don't know, I suck at the rhythm stuff anymore, and I was having a hard time like keeping that up. But like if I lowered the difficulty, so I was able to just focus more on just like the straight combat, and if I hit the bonus, hooray! But if not, whatever. And that game is great. Like I know y'all had it on y'all's
oh yeah,
Game of the Year list and everything.
that
But
game
yeah,
is fantastic.
yeah. So looking forward to finishing that. And then I played, because I told you I got the first Helldivers, because they had that on sale. Excuse me, on Steam for like $5. That is a extremely fun game,
Hmm.
and there is still
Yeah,
hella people online playing that. Um, yeah, wow, that is a lot of fun. Like I literally am into in the twilight of it, because the new one comes out I think next month. So everybody will be on there, but yeah, I'm definitely hyped to play the new one.
yeah.
Um,
There was a big story about that this week where like somebody was complaining like, "Oh, Helldivers comes out. You gotta pay to play online on PlayStation, but not PC." I was like, "Motherfucker, where you been since 2005?"
right? I saw that and I was like, okay, so you just woke up today? Like what the heck, man? Like that's been the case forever. Like he thought he was the one that was going to get it to change. That's what it was. He was
He
like,
was
if
looking
I
for
rattle
his.
my saber,
What's funny is like he was. It felt like he was looking for that Twitter like moment where like his tweet
yep,
got like it did, but for the other reason.
exactly. Right. Yep. That is exactly how I took it. I was like, bro, you really using this to get the nah, this ain't it, cuz. Like this ain't it. Um but yeah, so I'm actually, yeah, looking forward to playing the second one. Baldur's Gate with the fellas, we played some of that. We'll stream it this week. I was having computer issues, so we didn't stream last week. Um and yeah, that's pretty much it. All I played.
All right. Well, I'll move on to the Wombat.
Yeah, you're gonna move on from me pretty quick too. So I excuse me. I played a little bit of Baldur's Gate, not much. I played probably I don't know, an hour or two. Not much at all. I'm in Act 3 of that, so just again trying to make my way through. I played some more Assassin's Creed Mirage. Again, just trying to finish that up. I'm pretty late in that as well.
Are you still enjoying it?
Oh yeah. I like it a lot. So, there's some stuff that I don't like about it. Like as I mentioned on the Game of the Year show, the gear scaling is kind of broken if you have the deluxe edition. So none of the gear chests are really worth anything after a certain point, because the Prince of Persia gear that comes with the deluxe edition is so much better than anything else you can get. But other than that, it's still, and you don't have to use the Prince of Persia stuff if you don't want to, but if you have it, it's kind of silly not to. I did transmog it though, because it's got all the sand and magic and stuff coming off of it, and I don't need that. So I made it look like one of the more basic swords. Let me see. And then I played a decent amount more Dragon Quest Monsters. I'm right at the end of that game. There are 4 sort of lieutenants that you have to kill before you get to the final boss, and I've got 2 of those down. So I just got to get the other 2 down and get the final boss down, and then I'm in game for that. So that game continues to be excellent. It does, of course, have its performance problems because it's a game on the Switch and it's 2023. But it's really a lot of fun. And for somebody like me that loves Dragon Quest but doesn't care about Pokemon, it hits all the right notes. So yeah, that's really it. I haven't played anything else.
So it's that New Year's hangover.
That's right. Yeah.
Too many good games. I mean, we kicking off 2023 or 2024. Let's see, there it is. There's the one.
Yep. See, screwed it up.
Kicking off 2024 with some fucking bangers. I mean, obviously we know Prince of Persia's good. Then we've got fucking Like a Dragon, Suicide Squad, and then Tekken, and then like you said, Helldivers 2. That's all in the first month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a crazy amount of video games, big video games, early on. All right. So yeah, I can't talk about the 2 games that I've been spending most of my time with outside of Prince of Persia. I don't even think I can tell you what they are. I think they're so early that I can't tell you what they are.
Dang.
So there is that. I did. So yeah, rolling through the indie games that I played this week. I played Shino Ruby, which is a bullet hell game, and boy is it is hell. That's for sure. There are so many bullets, and big. It reminds me of old Neo Geo shooters where the bonuses and the power ups and stuff that you get are gigantic as well. And it runs really, 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 really fast. So unless you put it on I'm a baby mode, I don't even think I can finish the first level.
Jesus.
It's hard. It is hard. It is not for my old man brain, is what I'm trying to say.
I feel this.
It's like me going into a COD lobby and just literally walking out and falling over. It's like that.
I got you.
I also played a game called Popcorn Rocket, which is also a shooter, which is not a bullet hell. This is more my speed. This is what I like to call a grandpa shooter, some fucking Galaxian shit. And I'm okay with that, but it's kind of mediocre. It's not great. I played a game called Cynthia Hidden in the Moon Shadow, which wants to be a third-person action-adventure game with this really uncomfortably dressed woman, and it kind of plays like shit. I'm not gonna lie, and it doesn't look all that great. I don't know that there's anything going for it. I'm trying to think of something, and I can't put a finger on something good going for it.
Dang.
The only other game that I played that was interesting was called Grotto, and it's like this first-person adventure game with this really striking art style. Kind of reminds me of Hellboy in like these thick black lines with these really defined characters. It's okay, but it's very confusing, and it's also very, 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 very dark. Like to the point where I was walking around at the beginning and I was wondering if my TV was off. Like that's how dark it
Jesus.
was.
All right.
Especially on an OLED, like where like it's literally
Yeah.
just black.
Right.
Like I walk forward a little bit, I was like, oh look, there's like a flame. Maybe I can see something. So yeah, I played. It's good. It's really weird. It reminds me of like the scene in The Hobbit where like you're down with Gollum, like a real creepy kind of cave vibe.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's an interesting game. And the last thing that I've been toying around with this weekend is I finally got that Turtle Beach stealth controller for the Xbox.
Oh, nice.
That is
How
a
you
cool,
like it?
that is a cool controller. I do have some beefs with it. So everything is like a micro switch, including the buttons, the face buttons. So like they have a really short like press to them, and they all click. I mean, it's really quiet, so it's not like aggressively annoying. But
Mhm.
it takes you a minute to get used to the fact that it's not like a soft button press. It's literally like a click, 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 click kind of thing. Same with the D-pad. The D-pad has like this like clicky micro switch stuff to it. The triggers feel good. They don't seem to pull as far as the regular Xbox controller. They do have a stopper on them, so you can shorten their pull. Um, it feels good in your hands, although it's a little bit lighter than the standard Xbox controller, so it feels a little less weighty. Whereas like when you hold the Elite controller, it feels like it has like this huge
Yeah.
bulk to it. This one does not.
That's what I'm.
It feels kind of light.
Huh.
Um, the screen is cool. Like I don't know that there's actually anything on it I would ever use because it's built a lot for like the audio. So like when you plug a headset into the controller, you can do like an equalizer on the headset through the controller, which is
Mhm.
cool. But like I set up all my audio stuff on my headset through because I'm not using a oh no, I am using the new Turtle Beach. I couldn't remember. I go through so many headsets I can't remember which one I'm using. So like I set up all my Turtle Beach stuff on my app on my phone. So like I do all my EQ settings there. So I don't really know that that's, but it does have button mapping. So like you've got the buttons on the back of the controller. They're set up weird. So you know like on back buttons on controllers, a lot of times they'll be like staggered vertically.
Yeah.
These are horizontal. So like there's two
Oh.
buttons on the left and two buttons on the right, and they're side by side. And you can map them via the screen whenever you want, and you can set up like profiles. So let's say I wanted to set up an Overwatch profile to where the back buttons were like my abilities. Like I could just swap to that profile when I'm playing that game, pretty seamlessly. So basically, there's a button on the controller that switches to the screen control, and you just
Mhm.
press it, and then you're now controlling the screen with your controller. So you can like
All
move through
right.
the options and stuff. It's not like a touch screen.
Okay.
You can
That
also set.
sounds kind of dope. Go
No,
ahead.
it's really nice. Like it's a really well built controller. It just has a lot of features that like unless you really need those features, it's probably not the controller for you. You can set up like your stick drift, and your analog drift all through that screen. So like
Dang.
everything can be controlled through that screen. There's no app or anything. Well, there's an app coming, but you don't need it to set up the controller, which is really nice.
So, and I'm sure you'll review it and I'm sure I'll read it, but like, cause I was looking at that controller as a replacement for the Elite, cause I love the Elite too, but as everyone knows, I went through so many of them, I finally had to give up, and they
Yeah.
never fixed any of the problems. So, is this controller a good replacement for that? Because the weight thing is, because I really liked the weight of the Elite. That was part of the appeal, but you said this is lighter than the
Yeah.
regular controller.
It is
Like, so
lighter
I
than
know
a
it's lighter than
regular.
the Elite.
It is lighter than a
Man.
regular controller, which is. I'm like you. I like weight to my controllers,
Hmm.
and this one just doesn't have it. Like it feels light in your hand, but it does feel good in your hand. Like it doesn't have like it doesn't have like the rubber grips around the back, but it does have like this kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like it feels good on the sides of the controller. Like it feels
Okay.
good to
I think I know
hold.
what you're talking about. I got you.
One
Okay.
of one of my biggest gripes though is the placement of the Xbox button and the start and select or whatever the fuck you want, the hamburger and the menu button, whatever you want to call them.
I call it start select. Yeah.
So they're on either side of the screen, which for example, Prince of Persia, when you want to pull up the map, you hit that back button.
Yeah.
It is so close to the analog stick that it's very uncomfortable
Oh,
to press. That is
gotcha.
my biggest gripe about the placement of those two buttons.
Huh. Okay.
I find myself touching the touchscreen to try to hit the Xbox button because it's a little further down than it is on a normal controller.
Mm-hmm.
I also found myself hitting the screenshot button on accident because I was trying to hit the Xbox button and compensate for where it was. So accidentally,
Jesus.
yeah, it's just your brain training to a new
Yeah.
controller feel in your hands, and like that's gonna happen. What else did I have? I thought there was something else. So they do give you some like little rubber things to put over the analog sticks if you want them. I think there's two different designs. Um, it does have a USB thing that you can plug in, or you can just plug the dock directly into the Xbox. Both will work. It does turn the
Oh,
system on, which most of these third-party controllers do not do. Like when you hold down the button, it'll just turn the controller on. It won't turn the system on. This one actually will turn the system on, which is nice.
I didn't know that. I thought all the third party ones did that, like turn the
No,
system on.
like
Huh.
that one that I have for the PS5. That oh fuck, which controller
Oh, the
is?
one with the like modular
Yeah,
sticks or
like
whatever.
that will not turn
Yeah.
your system on.
Huh.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that, and that's pretty common. That's pretty common because like they're not using the proprietary Xbox like technology to turn it on.
Hmm.
So most third-party controllers like that will not turn your system on. This one will. Like you can always turn a controller off because that's done through the menus.
Right.
But turning it on most of the time, these third-party controllers you can't do that with. And this one actually
Gotcha.
worked. Like I pressed it and held the button down, and boom, it came right up. So it's a nice
Well,
controller. I like it quite a bit. I need to play it with more stuff. Like I'm trying to give myself like a range of stuff to play it with. Because I want to know how it works as a fighting game controller, and I want to know how it works as a
yeah.
first person, like all of that stuff. Um, and currently, like I said, I really like it, but I need to put it through that elite test where like I need to play with it for like a few weeks to see if any of it breaks and shit. That's also another big thing.
So the I'm sure you've messed with it with Overwatch at this point.
Yes.
Has it improved your Overwatch game? Like, have you do you use the buttons on the back at all?
I haven't set up the buttons on the back yet. I need to do that. It didn't hinder my play, but I don't know that it made it better.
Gotcha.
One thing I will say about the back buttons is make sure if you map them to some shit that's not important because you will hit them.
Oh, see, that's why I didn't, because I wanted to use the ones on the Elite, but like I always accidentally would hit them, and
You
I
are
was hoping that
definitely
these
going to
would.
hit the buttons on the back of this controller. Like I hit them now. I don't have them mapped. Like most of them, I don't have
Gotcha.
mapped. But I can hear myself hitting them because they're micro switches, so they click.
Yeah, yeah, because I ended up taking them off the Elite because like I wanted to use them. I think I was doing Gears 5 or 6, whatever. We're at 5, I think.
It's five.
Um, okay, yeah, I was playing a lot of that and was trying to use that to slide in the cover and stuff, and I would accidentally do it when I didn't. I was getting killed. And I'm like, man, fuck this, and I was hoping this. Okay, well. I think maybe I'll wait for a price drop because I think this controller comes out at like 250 or something, right? 200, something like that.
I think it's $199. I think is the price of the
Okay.
controller. If I remember, I don't quote me on that. I don't want to misrepresent it. Obviously, I'll
Oh no,
talk
yeah,
about it in my review,
yeah,
but I don't.
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's $199. It's either $179 or $199. I don't think it's more than that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I just need to spend some more time with it to see if like how it goes over time. But yeah, so far I like it. I just don't know that I $200 love it. That's gonna be the
Gotcha.
kicker right there.
Gotcha.
And I think that might be it. I think that's all I played. I've been fucking around with MAME a lot recently, just trying to get shit to work, and like I think MAME is the most complex shit to get to work because everything feels different. Like some stuff will work that you think it should, and then some stuff won't work that you think should, and it's a lot.
I don't think I've messed with MAME in forever either.
But I did play some great shit though. I did play what was I playing this week? I played a little bit of X-Men, the Konami arcade game, and I bounced over and I played a little Alien Storm. I just God, man, arcade games. I miss them. They're so good.
Yep.
Obviously, I played a little Mortal Kombat, although I can't get MK4 to run properly on MAME. It's weird. I don't know. I'd
Do
play
you
my.
play it though? I don't.
Well,
Like,
I play like I own all four of them on GOG. The problem is that those versions don't really have great controller support. So I don't know. We'll see. And also, welcome, Anthony. I see you joined finally.
What up?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It's time for you to talk about games because we're all done.
The only thing worth talking about is I finished Iki Island, which is the expansion for Ghost of Tsushima.
Damn. Wait. Did you beat the game?
No.
Not knowing the expansion first. Nice.
Well, the expansion doesn't say it takes place after the main story.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And so I'm going to say a couple things about it. Not really spoilers. It's more about the quality of it. It is very good. It does not feel as polished as the main game.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
It's buggy in places. It uses aspects that are not really what this game is about. Like, yes, this game has parkour, but there is a section of Iki Island that is just parkour, and it's neat because visually it's neat. But the whole geometry, like, of the world in that section is... It's surprising to see this as part of a PlayStation party, first-party game, is kind of what I'm going to say. Like, the quality of writing, the ideas that are in there, all 100% great. But the execution is rough. I didn't love everything that it had to offer, but it was different and it was a challenge, so okay. And clearly it's meant to play after the main game. However, some of the stuff that you get rewarded with, if you did it after the main game, I'd feel like, wow, that's great. I'm so glad I have this thing for nothing now. Like, this is a great
that's
thing.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
It's nothing major. It's nothing that, like, drastically changes. Fuck it. I'm not going to say how it does it, but it gives you a, you can carry more items. Okay?
Okay.
It's a donkey.
Sorry?
Sorry.
The donkey.
It's a donkey.
So you can carry more items, but the issue is that, like, if you are done the game, there is no point to that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like, well, I was wondering what the rewards would be for you not finish it because you still have stuff to do in the regular game. Like, so yeah, I guess it would be useful. But yeah, if I've already finished it, then yeah. Huh. But you know what? Does that carry over to like a new game plus? Maybe the thought process.
I don't know.
That type of thing.
If it did, I don't think so because there are story elements to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do people actually play New Game Plus? I'm just curious. Like, I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
some
have done
games.
it like once.
My son is on New Game Plus like 8 of Elden Ring or something like that.
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah,
obsessions
his
of like
son's like mine.
certain
Lord.
games for sure, but like everybody always gripes like, I need New Game Plus, I need New Game Plus. Like, don't 90% of people not actually finish a game?
Right. And then like y'all over here bitching because you want to do something for you to go through it again. Like okay. I just
Finish it once. Like,
right.
But I think the standout is and I mean, this is kind of I guess you can throw this complaint at most Sony games, but like clearly the standout is the story. And even with my gripes about it, the story is fantastic. And it is portrayed in such a way that you can do it before you finish the game. It's pretty subtle. It's only kind of mentioned once that I mean, really, I don't want to spoil anything because I know certain people are sensitive. But hey, the bad guy from the main game, everybody, what do you think's going to happen to him? Right. So, it is addressed in the expansion that bad guy got his comeuppance. But
Love
it is
Anthony.
done in such a way where it is unclear if it's actually happened or if Jin is just saying that to kind of make
like
people
boast.
trust him. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a prideful boast. It feels more like I'm coming to help you. I've already done this here, you guys. Come on.
Oh, like check my paperwork. I got you. Like check my resume type
I mean,
deal.
like,
Okay.
it's said in such a way where it's like, well, no one's gonna double check, so he could be lying.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
It was great though, and I'm back in the main area. I really wish there was more archery challenges. But outside of that, I have a game. I'm currently very early on in, but that's what my rest of my day is going to be after this. So I'm not really got much to say about it yet. That's it for me. I know, really boring. Came in with very little.
Does the game have a title? Is it a secret?
It is a sequel.
You didn't say the name of the game.
Sorry?
You ain't said the name?
I know.
Oh, it's because he's not allowed to.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It involves a vegetable, right?
It does.
Okay, I got you.
Actually, I don't know if he's technically a vegetable, but he's a boy.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think everybody knows what it is now.
I think we're good.
All right. All right. So we're back to normal cadence. So we're gonna go through the new releases. It's still a little light, but January, February, as we were talking earlier, it's gonna be pretty big times. It's crazy to think, but Prince of Persia is not actually out. It's out on Tuesday this week. Bonson Knights also out this week.
The demo's out though, by the way. If anybody really wants.
Does anybody know if the progress carries? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Huh.
I don't know that, but I did find out that because I was curious. I asked a friend who played it where it stopped, and it stops at the oh god, I can't even think of the name of the creature, but it stops right before one of the boss fights.
Probably
like
that first lion thing, right?
Yes, that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where it stops.
That makes sense. That feels like a good intro.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's a good Mm-hmm.
Knights of Grey.
Progress does not carry.
Well, that sucks.
No, that does suck.
Yeah, no point in playing it. Then until it comes out.
Yep. Like if you want to see if you like the controls, boot it up, play for 10 minutes, then you're like, all right, we're gonna start this over anyway.
Yeah.
And then fucking Power World is out on Friday. It's in Game Pass, and it's apparently Pokemon with guns. That's okay.
I'm gonna play that. It's actually more than Pokemon with guns, apparently, because it has like base building, and you like catch these pals, and they work at your base. Like they produce products and stuff like that. And it's I don't know. It's more, bro.
So it's
I don't know.
Cannibalism simulator.
It is a
Yeah.
capital. Yes, actually, it is a capitalism. Because if you watch some of the trailers, like the developers, like you catch these Palmon and then make them work, and if they don't work, you like smack them or shoot them or something.
What
Like
the
make them
hell,
work
dude?
more, catch more, then make them work, catch more, and put them to work. I'm like, oh damn, okay.
I don't.
That's a brand of capitalism that we don't have here anymore.
No.
I was like, should I feel some type of way if I play this? Like, wait a minute.
Jesus Christ, man.
So yeah, it's a little more than just Pokemon with guns, apparently. But
So
I'll let y'all
basically-
know next week.
So basically, you're playing Oddworld, but from the point of the what are they called? The what are those things
Oh yeah,
called?
the Grubbins.
The Grubbins? Yeah, so basically
Yeah,
you're the
whatever they
Grubbins?
are. Yep.
Okay. Fuck up. Alright.
Yeah, cool.
Jesus. PlayStation 5, you get Toy Trains, UFO Robot Grindizer, The Feast of the Wolves,
So good. Play that game.
Bulletstorm VR, The Cub, and oh shit, I forgot this was out. I should probably write a review of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. I should probably write a review of that.
Just copy and paste your review.
I mean, right? It's just put an addendum at the end.
But change
Just
the
follow
font.
me.
Change the font so it's fancier.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. PlayStation 4, probably a lot of the same stuff. Yep. Literally all the same stuff. Xbox One, we gonna say the same stuff? Yep. Except we also are getting Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. Boy, that's not relevant at all.
Not at all.
Nintendo Switch. Oh, okay. Of course, there's a bunch of shit coming out on Nintendo Switch. Cause
Of course.
why the fuck not? We got Pixel Coloring Paint. Legend of Grimrock. Really? That's a weird pull.
Wait, what is
And
that?
that's an excellent game.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
weird.
but what is it coming out on?
Switch.
Switch.
I'm not against this. Okay.
It's just a weird thing, right? I
I'm
don't-
surprised it wasn't there earlier.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
same.
Like every time I hear about a Switch game, I'm like, that's not already there. Like really? Like Symphony of the Night is the perfect example of like why is Symphony of the Night not on the Nintendo Switch?
I'm
It's
going to take a
not.
wild guess to say Sony.
Yeah, probably because
Actually,
they've
that
got that
probably is.
collection, right, of that and Rondo.
And they're the only ones that
Yeah.
have that collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly didn't realize it wasn't on Switch. That's a perfect game to have on Switch.
Now, has that how do I put it? Has that translation been anywhere but a PlayStation console?
Oh
I don't think so.
no.
So I wonder if they have some sort of rights over that.
Yeah, because the Xbox Live and PSN version was the original translation.
Yep. And then
So-
the Dracula X Chronicles new translation and new vocal tracks were used in the PSP game and then ported in that collection
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
later.
No,
I have a
Symphony.
feeling they've got to have some sort of rights over that. And then I don't know if Konami doesn't have rights to the vocals of the original anymore.
Did Symphony come to the phone?
Yes.
Yes.
It's on mobile.
Yeah.
Is it that
it is on mobile,
translation
yeah.
or is it the old?
Let's find out. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be back.
All right. We've also got Ultimate Racing 2D2, The Walking Dead Destinies. What the fuck is this title? Nephenthesis? Nephenthesis?
Okay, you about to summon something. You need to stop. Oh,
You
Lord.
want to send us a name? The name?
This is the name. What, Nephenthesis?
He just go keep trying to say it. Oh no.
Nephenesis.
Nephenthesis. Beetlejuice.
I love how this word
Exactly.
just turns everybody into a lisping fool.
Dude,
I summon the power of
They
Nephenesis.
got my
Oh, it's a,
Nephenthesis.
It's a vertical shooter. That's crazy. It's
Doesn't
one
help
of
me
them old
say the
school-
name.
No, it does not. No, but that's the type of game it is.
Choo Choo Charles coming to the Switch. Detective Stella Portacase. Downhill Driver Extreme Racing Simulator. Dread Out 2. Easy Dice for RPG Tabletop. Fairy Tale Theater and Momotaro's Adventure. Fastest Finger First 3-hint quiz.
What?
Yeah. What? Bruh.
Okay.
Rescue Dropkick on My Devil.
Okay.
Yep.
Super Sean 007.
Stop. That's
I-
the real name.
This was Super Sean 007. That's the name of the game. The Pedestrian, which is a cool game. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank, which we were talking about. Vig Hour. Thank you, pronounce Vig Hour. Another Code, Recollection, Gimmick, Special Edition, Collector's Box, and Witch Rise. Not to be confused with Witchfinder General.
This has nothing to do with James Bond. Yeah, this Super Sean 007. He is not a secret agent. I just want y'all to know.
Secret
No.
Agent Man.
Okay, so it is the new translation on the Android version of Symphony of the Night.
So basically, phones get a free pass at this point.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Damn.
like, who cares about the phone? Just put it on the phone. Nobody cares. It's fine. All right.
I prefer the new translation still.
Really? There's something nostalgic about the original.
The nostalgia, yeah. I mean, so you have to understand. I never played this game when it came out, so
I know.
nostalgia factor comes from like me playing the PSN version of it after liking the Game Boy Advance games. But I don't know. I don't have any real love outside of like, haha, it's kind of funny. But like when I'm playing the game, I don't.
What is a man?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks. It's kind of like you were almost a Jill sandwich. Okay, I got it. Let's just like I prefer the new vocal track and the new script.
Nah, Jill sandwich. What is a man?
It's unnecessary. Like it's fine. I don't want them to undo that. But the new versions, I prefer the new dialogue.
You probably like them new Star Wars movies too, don't you?
No, I think all Star Wars is kind of trash.
Oh, wow.
Get the fuck out of here.
You say
Like
all of it?
I'm sorry. Like as we move forward through time, I'm like, wow, I really like when Star Wars was a thing that was only like 6 movies, which is saying a lot because I didn't like the prequels either.
That's different. That's different than all Star Wars is trash.
Right.
Well, so I like 3 movies.
So not all of them are trash.
Well,
that's
no.
fine.
But
yeah, we're good.
But like when the majority of it is, it's hard to be like, well, this is great because like they just keep tacking shit onto the originals. McClunky, really, George, you fucking talentless hack. But we gotta preserve. Hold on, sorry, I should have done this. We have to preserve film. Do we, George? Can we preserve yours? Stop touching it, you stupid asshole. Like, Disney had to come out and be like, yeah, I guess he touched it again between when we bought it and actually got it.
McClunky.
No, McClunky. Just let fucking Han shoot Greedo first. No one gives a shit. God damn.
They really don't. I mean, the only thing that pissed me off about, wow, we have really gone off topic. The only thing that pissed me off about the Star Wars thing is that they deleted all of the expanded universe stuff because that's what and really us grew up on, and it was so fucking good. Yeah,
the better stuff. So if you're gonna throw away that, like,
they brought it back. I mean,
well, but
not really.
Pieces. Not really. They brought back pieces.
You give me a morsel. It's like a saltine cracker in the desert. Like, it's the best damn cracker I ever had.
Actually, the man speaks the truth.
You guys are forgetting.
The biggest mistake you could
You guys are forgetting though. You're forgetting though that the reason all this happened is because somehow the Emperor returned.
Jesus Christ! Why you got to bring that up and hurt a man?
I hate that movie. Last movie was so
I do too.
bad.
I do too.
And I don't actually mind the I thought Force Awakens was fine. I
Yeah.
enjoyed The Last Jedi. I know that puts me in a minority of some people. But that last movie was awful.
That last movie was
Awful.
like you fed Star Wars into an AI machine and it just vomited something out.
I had to watch that movie in 2 halves because I got halfway through it and I'm like, no, my head is not where it needs to be for me to finish this movie.
It's just the whole thing is like the reason why I say it's all trash, and unfortunately the original movies get thrown into that is because like Star Wars can't be anything but somehow connected to those original movies. It's not a galaxy, it's a family, and we just follow that fucking family around. Just kill the fucking family if it's that much of a goddamn problem for the whole galaxy. Like,
and that's
but he's
exactly.
space
that's not what
Jesus.
that's not what the extended
Here's the
universe used
thing
to be.
though, is the movie that half the public hates tried to do that.
I know.
and then they were like, nope, we're going to
I'm gonna say
reset that
something-
for this last one.
I'm gonna say something, and it might be the most like aggressive thing I've said. Like, the Star Wars series is creatively bankrupt because it's for the most unoriginal people I know. I'm sorry, like everybody complained. So when the extended universe got canceled, I remember putting on Facebook like, well, there goes anything I liked with Star Wars because they're gonna do their own thing and just fuck this up, which I'm not incorrect. And somebody's like, well, there weren't movies, so they didn't matter. Okay, have fun, enjoy your movies. They're kind of shit now. I'm not saying Rogue One is a bad movie, but like, boy, that is not how the Death Star plans were stolen to me.
Kyle
I like
took
Rogue
them
One.
sons of bitches.
Rogue
I
One
did
is a
like
good
Rogue
movie,
One. Rogue One actually really was good.
but I played Dark Force. It was one of the first Steam games I bought. It was like I never knew that there was like a Doom clone for Star Wars, so I was like immediately interested.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had.
He's
that
got
game
a big
too.
fucking plot, and I get it. He also
Yeah.
interacts with like Luke and Leia, but like they don't feel like as forced as they do in the new movies.
Forced.
Well,
He
it also
grows
hadn't been
beyond
done it also hadn't been done 100 times when Dark Forces came out. So
Yeah, that too.
True.
Like most of the
Yeah.
Star Wars stuff, they were like they would hand off to other people. They would not let
Yeah.
LucasArts do it, and then they were not allowed to have huge characters all the time in their fucking games and stuff. Same with the books, and it's just like, I'm sorry, like this is what you wanted. You wanted more Darth Vader, and you wanted more of the Emperor. You got it.
Hey,
Yeah,
this is it. This is exactly what like you can get Marvel movies eventually to be like this, and you can make every franchise. This is what happens when a franchise isn't allowed to like just go peacefully, right? They have to keep pumping blood into it. It's dying, guys. Let it go.
I you let the grandpa mash it.
Like, yeah, yes. Ghostbusters feels very similar. Like, you know, when they tried to do the female version, and it was just like, please don't do this. And I know a bunch of people like the new movie, but I still am like, you guys think you want more of this, but trust me, like, just let this be the way out. You do not want more of the original Ghostbusters. Trust me. It's gonna, like, Bill Murray doesn't want to be there. It's gonna show.
I mean, true. Yeah, no, I'm happy with the direction they're taking Ghostbusters. But Star Wars, first of all, let me just preface by saying this. Obviously, we're going to have to do a Star Wars episode on TNA After Dark because I wasn't expecting this much spirited Star Wars debate from all of you. But the prequels, or the sequels rather, where Ryan is. But I didn't like The Last Jedi. That was terrible. And I'm tell you why it was terrible. Because why the fuck did Luke die like that? Like, why?
He died to mirror Obi-Wan's death in the first movie.
Right. See, and I got
where he gave himself up.
Right. Yep. I understood all that, but like they could have just had him come and like actually fight him. There was no need to do this flashy. Because his heart gave out, and that's
because
like I don't know.
Because he would not have been able physically to do what the projection of him did. And that aided in the mythology of the Jedi.
Sure.
And if he'd have just shown up and got shot to death by an AT-AT, then it wouldn't have served the same purpose.
True.
Now,
but,
we can
I
argue
mean,
about whether that was a smart direction or not, but that's the direction.
I mean, it is at the end of the day, and I guess we just have to live with it, and I just have to deal with the fact that they literally butchered Luke Skywalker because
Look.
where he ended at Return of the Jedi and where we saw him in this is not where his life even the direction where it was headed where we last saw that nigga is not where we anywhere near he should have landed right where he
He's
was in
playing
the Last
Sneed.
Jedi. Like it was fucking no. They fucking destroyed. Listen, TNA After Dark. We gonna
Sneeve
start this next month.
Palpatine, man. Sneeve Palpatine. They play a goddamn music style called Jizz. Fuck,
I know.
fuck Star Wars.
I know.
I mean,
know.
really.
The expanded universe stuff was so good. That was their blueprint. That Luke Skywalker and everything that he did and the war, and he wasn't a pansy because, oh, my nephew, I tried to kill him one time. Let me never train another Jedi. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would he go into such despair when he literally damn near pulled his father? He did pull his father back. Let me stop. This is a whole nother thing. This is about video games. I'm sorry, y'all. TNA After Dark. The first episode is gonna be about Star Wars, Anthony. Just know that. We're gonna do Star Wars. We're gonna start this next month.
You're gonna be real pissed with my opinions.
That's fine. I want a spirited event. That's good. I love that. Like like sure. Ryan, you can come. You gonna come? You gonna be there, Ryan? You coming?
We'll see what happens. We'll see what night you guys do it.
All right, we'll see. Okay, we're gonna start it next month. All right, come on, let's go. Video games.
I think
Let's
I'm
go.
the only dude on the planet that still loves Star Wars. I don't know. It's crazy.
No, I like it.
I love Star Wars, but not that last movie.
See, and we're right. I love it, but not the last two movies because I rocked with Force Awakens, but Last Jedi and Last Skywalker,
guys,
no. And then we ain't
how
even
are we gonna
talked
sell
about
Star
Finn.
Wars
Like
without-
Finn got fucking.
Well,
Go
Finn
ahead,
got screwed, but
yeah, he did.
or can we just blame that on racism and just move along?
Yeah, we'll just say I thought he was black, and we'll move on. It's like that's why. So.
Watch Attack. Hold on. Let me just say, John Boyega, watch Attack the Block. Understand why he should be in more things.
Yes, he is such a good man. Like he is a good actor. Like, it's just a shame he didn't get to be a Jedi. And he's like done with Star Wars now. He's like, nah, I'm cool. Like I'm cool. Whatever. It's a missed opportunity. Oh well. Okay.
You okay?
Sorry.
You okay?
Man,
you were going through all this stuff. I was like, man, the only thing I could think in my brain was like that Dark Forces remaster comes out in like a month. I'm looking forward to that.
I am. Looking
I
want
want to play that.
Oh man, what if they do? But you know what? It'd be pretty good if they had a remastered mode where they just added random creatures in the foreground.
It's Night Dive. I trust.
It's
just a lot of sun flare.
They should add a McClunky mode where you can't shoot at any of the enemies until they shoot at you first.
All right. Hopefully, we don't have any more Star Wars news because Jesus Christ.
Sorry, man.
All
Sorry.
right. Let's go. Let's do the news. Christopher Dring says he's heard three companies are in deep talks to work on Nintendo IPs. Quote is, I know of 3 studios that are in deep conversation around making games based on Nintendo brands. Okay.
Who said this?
Christopher Dring. He's like a journalist for, I can't remember
I've never heard of this man before.
He does a lot of sales stuff. Like performance of consoles and games and stuff. Like he's a reporter. A lot of people online know him, and a lot of people online hate him, which means he's probably done some good stuff.
Let
me rephrase that. A lot of fanboys hate him. Let me put it that way.
That tracks.
Golden Sun and Golden Sun: The Lost Age are coming to Nintendo Switch Online this week. PlayStation news: Caitlin Dever has been cast as Abby in The Last of Us Season 2.
I'm so sorry for her.
Yep, she's not going to have a good time on the internet.
The only thing I know about the Abby is that she's apparently a very buff woman. That's all I know. There's a very
specific reason why people hate her.
I know why. Yeah, I do know that because again, I told you I'm never going to play that game. I do know why they hate her. But I thought it was also more to the fact because maybe she won't catch that flack for the show because I thought people were more upset because you.
I'm going to tell you right now,
be upset
Like-
because the people that watch the show and the people that play the games aren't necessarily like a perfect circle. So there'll be a new
Okay.
cast of people that get upset.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then
All
Neil
right.
Druckmann won't get any applause at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I saw that. Was that real? Like
That's real. It's real.
That's messed up.
Sony had a car at CES.
Yeah.
They controlled
Wild.
Honda's Afeela car with a DualSense controller. It was just a tech demo, so relax. You'll be fine.
They ain't making a car.
They are putting that car in GT7 though later this year.
Cool.
Uh,
The 6 people
Whoa,
that still
whoa,
play
whoa, whoa.
GT7 will be excited about that.
Wait, they aren't making a car?
no, it's
because
just
I
a
know
proof of
them
concept.
using-
It's just a proof of
Oh,
concept.
because I thought they said the Avena thing and like it was a Honda. Like I
Yeah,
I had
it's
actually
an
looked
actual
into it.
car, but they're not going to put it out like for sale.
It's a concept
Oh.
card.
Yeah.
Okay,
CES,
alright.
Sony also showed footage of a Gravity Rush movie.
Boy,
Why?
take
Okay.
away all the good things that Gravity Rush had, like style, and charm.
Maybe they're going to
That's
make
what I'm
a
saying.
Jumpin' Flash movie at some point.
Like, how in the world would you make a gravity? Okay.
Take
I mean,
away all the
look,
good stuff that Jumpin' Flash had, like
I swear to God,
Polygons.
if you talk bad about Jumping Flash, I'm going to come through this
I'm
headset.
just kidding. I just like to give Jumping Flash shit because I know how much some people like it.
It's so good.
The whole charm of Gravity Rush is it's very, I say, unique art style in terms of video games, but it's clearly like looking at the French artist Mobius and sort of aping how he not only drew cities but colored them. And the screenshot I saw, boy, just looked like people.
They're also
I don't
making
know.
a Patapon anime.
This should be a layup. Don't fuck this up.
No, no.
They're fucking circles with.
Best Buy
What the
Canada has listed a PlayStation 5 version 2 DualSense for $89.99.
Oh, that's the 12-hour.
Yeah, it's the no.
controller?
It's the exceptional 12 hours of battery life.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I forgot. It did say exceptional, which is
Instead of the
Jesus.
2 hours, if you stare at it the wrong way, an hour and a half.
Motherfucker, ain't nobody mastered the wizardry of batteries like Nintendo.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. That Pro controller just lasts forever and
Yeah,
never needs to be plugged in.
Their
It's
Joy-Cons, for the size and weight of them, should not stay as like disconnect from the console should not last as long as they do either.
Nintendo's battery wizardry is unparalleled in this universe. PlayStation Plus extra and premium games for the month of January. Here we go. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Resident Evil 2. Hard Space Shipbreaker. Lego City Undercover. Just Cause 3. Session. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. Surviving the Aftermath. And your classic games, oh boy, getting me to resubscribe to that PlayStation Premium. Rallycross, which is a great game. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. God damn it, don't start.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on. The game?
Yeah, the PS1 game.
The one where
Yeah,
you
PS1
like
game.
can kill Anakin in the desert?
I,
I think you can
Actually, I
be
think
on
that is
Darth
the
Maul
one.
as a speeder and you can get out and kill Anakin.
the only thing I remember about that game is that it is trash.
That is what I remember as well.
Then you get Street Fighter the 30th Anniversary Collection for the PlayStation 4, because that's a classic. Legend of Mana for the PlayStation 4, such a classic. And Secret of Mana for PlayStation 4.
Which is a classic.
I mean, they're classic games, but is it really a classic if it was released on the PS4? Just saying.
I mean, yeah.
PlayStation 4 is not that old.
No, no, but the game itself is a classic.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's the right way to do classics on your service. I'm just saying the game is still a classic, even if it was re-released on PS4.
How long has this service been running? Like this new PlayStation Premium?
I don't fucking know.
Like maybe a year.
I can count on my
Yeah,
hands
a year.
how many PS1 games are on here.
Yeah.
That is fucking
Yeah, man, the
sad.
service sucks. It sucks.
It sucks. All right, Xbox.
I mean, I still go online and download my free games, but it sucks.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible service. All right, Xbox news. We've got a developer direct this week, which, holy shit, what? So Thursday at noon Pacific time, they're going to be doing another one of the developer directs. The 4 games included are Avowed, what the fuck? Aura History Untold, which like, how do you feel if you're in that show in this showcase and you're Aura History Untold? Like nobody cares.
Nobody cares about that game.
Indiana Jones and Sinuous Saga Hellblade 2. Like Jesus Christ, that's some bangers. Like right out the gate.
Can't wait to watch that Senua Saga trailer.
You just want to hear it.
2025.
That's what you're gonna get. But I mean, if they stick to their cadence, which has been 1, that's not really a cadence, but everything in here should be released this year. Which I'm just gonna say, if all 4 of those games come out this year, that's a pretty fucking good first party lineup. Just saying.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what. I have confidence in everything at this point, except Indiana Jones.
It's machine games.
I want to see. I know, but listen, I want to see what it looks like before I give my full confidence to a first-person Indiana Jones game by Machine Games.
Well, they haven't said that it is first person yet.
It's gonna be first person.
I think it might be hybrid.
I don't know if I want any Indiana Jones games, just looking at the past Indiana Jones games that were action-based.
Whoa, back
man.
up off yourself, son.
Yeah, hold on.
Factor
There's
5
some
made a
Indiana
great
Jones
one.
games out there.
Which one are you talking about?
The N64 Factor 5 game was a Tomb Raider clone. It was good.
No.
The one on Xbox was
The one
good
on Xbox
too.
is good too, yeah.
That one I don't know.
Not Staff of Kings. It was something. That was the one on, I think, Wii. But yeah, the Xbox. They gave the Xbox one away on Games with Gold not too long ago.
Not sure I have it.
It's good.
Yeah, that one's not bad. Mm-hmm.
I preferred the point and clicks.
No, those are obviously
Those
the
are great,
classics for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But I don't
Atlantis and some of the other. Yeah, those were great.
know. Has Machine
Let me
Games
put you
made
this
a
way
bad
then.
game?
I'm not saying that, but
Did they make Youngblood or did somebody else make that?
That was
No,
part
them
them.
and-
It was part them and part oh fuck, is it the Redfall studio?
Redfall, yeah.
Okay, well, I think
Yep.
it seems pretty clear which part of that
That
was the bad
explains a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I just that style of game is gone. Like if you're talking the Tomb Raider clone, sure. I just don't see them making a Tomb Raider-esque game. And I don't know if I want a first-person shooter that's just going to be Wolfenstein without the horrific violence of Wolfenstein.
Well, we might have
I
we might have a title of the game. So Disney registered a trademark, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Wait, is the rumor is first person? I don't know if I want a first person one.
I don't. It's
I don't
machine
think
games,
anybody
so
knows.
people
Machine
just
games.
assume it's first person.
Oh, okay. But see, then I think to Anthony's point, how do you differentiate? Because this was the thing why I assumed it took so long for us to see an Indiana Jones game. I mean, the nigga is basically Nathan Drake. Like, Nathan Drake is new age Indiana Jones. I mean, except Indiana Jones is a real archaeologist, and Nathan Drake is just
I mean, we can stop
jackass
speculating
killing
on
stuff.
Thursday.
All right, let's
Oh,
stop
sure.
speculating.
For sure. Well, okay, you just want to move
Here's-
along. Just
We
shut
go
up.
see the
It's fine.
game on Thursday.
All right, I looked it
You're
up.
right. You're right.
Here's the games that Machine Games has put out: New Order, Old Blood, Quake: Dimension of the Past, which was the new chapter for the Quake HD port; Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus; Young Blood, Cyber Pilot; Quake: Dimension of the Machine, which is another one; and then Quake 2, Call of the Machine. They've apparently got Wolfenstein 3 in the cooker. And the untitled Indiana Jones game. So, I mean, they've done great stuff, but, like, I don't know. Those are all not how I want to play Indiana Jones.
Well, calm down
See
till
Thursday.
Thursday. If you have doubts on Thursday,
I'm gonna turn up Thursday.
but at the same
It's first person.
time, it's on Game Pass, so fuck it. You know, whatever.
Oh, that's true. Actually,
All right, we're gonna get it.
I forgot they were ex Starbreeze.
Yes.
Hey, that's where all the people that made the games I liked went from Starbreeze.
It's time to get into the fun stories that happened this week that had the internet in a kerfuffle, for lack of a better word. I believe it was first reported from somebody called Nate the Hate, which is one of those rumor peoples, that a big or a critically acclaimed Xbox game was being ported to other consoles. And everybody's just... The thing about internet rumors is they start, they kick up, people take it, and it takes a life of its own. Like, nobody specifically said it was Hi-Fi Rush. Nobody specifically said it was coming to the Switch. But everybody just assumed that was what it would be. Which is hilarious.
I thought when that started to go around, it was based off of more. But
no, it was literally just a critically acclaimed Xbox, like something in contention for Game of the Year is being ported to another platform. Was literally the rumor.
Redfall to PS5. Got it.
Well, this also sparked up other sites coming forward and saying things like Sea of Thieves are rumored to be going to PlayStation.
I mean, Starfield won an award. It was a pity award, but it won an award, all right.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, like, this caused a ruckus of people getting out in front of things and fanboys on both sides arguing with each other on the internet because that's what they do. I personally, my opinion on this, like, if Hi-Fi Rush comes to the Switch, that's cool. Like, more people should play that game, absolutely. If Sea of Thieves goes to PlayStation 5, like, that makes sense. It's a live service game. Why would it not?
If Sea of Thieves went to the Switch, it's not, like, the best place it could be, but you know what? Like,
it would work.
I can definitely see the audience being there for it.
At the same time, like, I think it's bad when your history of not having a lot of exclusive games and you're moving games to other platforms, like business-wise, that's a bad decision. But I also don't think we're going to, like, the number one question is, like, I don't think we're going to start seeing stuff like Indiana Jones and Hellblade and Avowed go to PlayStation. I don't think that's what this is. I mean, you probably port Starfield and nobody would care, right?
I mean, jokes aside,
the fanboys would care, but
fuck the fanboys. It's the same with the, Ryan's not gonna cry tonight because I shit on Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't know.
I am actually. I'm crying right now.
Yeah, he's gonna cry himself to sleep in his big pillow.
That's on you, fanboy. But like, fanboys are gonna complain about whatever they do. So fuck them.
Dude, I saw so much damage control from the Xbox dudes over this, and I'm just like, why do you fucking care?
Like the fanboys?
Yeah, like why do you fucking care? Like, I
get into sports. Get into sports if you want to defend people that are making more money than you.
I think my favorite is when, like, sports and video games and wrestling and all that stuff, when y'all refer to yourselves as we, get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, we won the Heisman Trophy. No, you didn't.
You didn't. They did.
You did. You sat at home and ordered Papa John's, motherfucker.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
It was the grossest pizza I could think of.
Oh shit!
Agreed. The Little Caesars is worse, but
Little Caesars also costs $5 though.
You get what you
hot
pay
and
for.
ready.
Yeah, you get what you pay for, and I'm willing to accept the shittiness. I pay more money at Papa John's, and I'm like, I could have gone to Little Caesars.
I mean, that's fair. I'd take Little Caesars over Papa John's any day of the week. All right, you ready for this one? This is, by the way, Terrence had to go, so apparently something happened. So hopefully he's okay. I don't even know if I can read this. Activision.
It's because Terrence is no longer here. You need him to do this.
No. Activision Blizzard has been accused of discriminating against, quote, old white guys.
Oh, piss off. Fuck you fucking losers.
57-year-old white man who was laid off last summer said ABK placed profits over people terminating the older, higher-paid executives, and that Bobby Kotick is too woke.
No, Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so-
If you say the
so-
word woke, your opinion has completely disintegrated.
Hold on. Hold on.
Like it holds absolutely no weight. And
Not only
the
did
next
he say,
time,
not only
the
did he
next
say
time an
woke,
old white guy is discriminated against for being an old white guy will be the first time. That's it.
Oh,
No,
shit.
and the not only did he say it's woke, he said Bobby Kotick is woke. Tell me you've had your head so far up your ass for the last 20-something fucking years. My executive position is gone. Oh, boo-hoo. There's people that can't pay rent, motherfucker. I've trampled on the people to get where I am, and now I got removed from the company.
Won't somebody think of the old rich white guys?
Oh man, you're 54 and you think you're being like, no, yeah, that's how. First of all, you sat in a position of power in the company for however many years, and you knew that they are in it for the money, dumbass. Like, so one day your head can be on the chopping block. It's the problem with capitalism, you stupid fuck. Like, oh.
I told you it was hard for
What
me to read
a
that.
Fucking
Yeah.
loser.
All
The-
right.
That guy goes to the club
generally
and goes, I
speaking-
don't understand why the girls aren't hitting on me. Because you suck. That's why.
Generally speaking, the dudes that say I got fired because everybody's too woke are just mad that they can't be openly racist and homophobic at work anymore.
All right, why you gotta call me out like
You
that?
forgot sexist.
Well, that too, yeah. That too.
You're just
Which
too
is
wo-
why
you're
I'm
just too
saying,
woke.
like-
Stop it.
Like, right into the dumpster where I threw Star Wars. Old white guys that complain about being old and white.
I just complain about being old, so I'll be all right. All right. Moving on to numbers. PlayStation surpassed 123 million monthly active users. That's a whole lot of people. Final Fantasy 14 surpassed 30 million registered accounts. Momotaro Densetsu World sold 1 million copies, and Konami's eFootball surpassed 700 million downloads. Jesus Christ. Oh, shit. Power World, as we mentioned, launches January 19th. Early access, also on Game Pass. Immortality is coming to PS5 on January 23rd. Elisa coming to Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch on February 6th. Cult of the Lamb, Sins of the Flesh update launches this week, January 16th.
I think that's the one, Ken.
That's the one.
The sex one.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
sex one.
that's if you wanna be fucking a sheep. All right.
I don't think it's that. I think it's that if I'm understanding correctly, it's that the citizens will have sex.
Yeah, but it's not
Very popular.
explicit.
No.
Well,
But
God, I hope not.
Ken doesn't like sex in Baldur's Gate, and I wouldn't say necessarily all that's.
I didn't say no. You're misquoting me. I said I don't find it necessary. That's what I
Okay.
said. And I don't find it necessary in movies either. You know.
Fair enough.
Final Fantasy 14 beta on Xbox scheduled for sometime around February 21st. There's a Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 16 crossover planned for early April. Alan Wake is coming to Dead by Daylight. Smite 2 was officially announced, and I heard people talk about it for about 25 minutes.
Which one's Smite?
That's the MOBA, the third-person MOBA from the
Oh,
guys
okay.
that basically clone
Did
everything.
another, as you say, did another MOBA, I think too, but it was like more of a top-down one.
They also made the Overwatch clone, Paladins.
Oh, them.
Yes.
Okay.
High res.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
I played only one of their games, and it was their first one, Global Agenda. Exactly. It was a class-based shooter, but it was also an MMO.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of Overwatch, we gotta talk about this. Man, they're making a massive change to this game, and I don't know how it's gonna go. So, according to the most recent developer diary, in Overwatch Season 9, not only are they rehauling the ranking system, they are also adding a passive to every class that now heal themselves.
Best decision.
But it's not a team game anymore then.
Well, first of all, I think that it'll be... Well, you know what, though? I'm going to argue it hasn't been a team game since 2 launched.
I mean, you're not wrong in that, but at this point, you're just stripping away its identity.
I think that's already gone, Ken.
I mean,
at this
it
point,
may be,
you
but
might as well make... But, think about how many times I would get sworn at by someone who wasn't doing damage, which meant I had to now do damage as a healer, and they'd be screaming at me to heal them. Right? Okay, but if I'm healing you and you aren't doing enough damage, someone's got to do something. And playing healer class sucked. It was basically just who I'm gonna get yelled at this turn. You know what I mean? Unless you're staying on healing, in which case you're not doing anything else, and that's fine. But because of the setup of how they the fact that there's only one tank and the way that the maps are and everything, it's you basically got screwed. You had to play damage. I don't know. I think this is at least a fix. It is the first time it seems like they've actually went in and tried to fix something that wasn't something that they had messed up completely based on we gave Roadhog more health. Oh, good. And he can heal himself fully. Great.
And now he's got a healing passive.
Look, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but I'm it is also the first time, I mean, at that point, the healer class was so fucking unfun to play, Ken. That was the reason why, only Moira and, I could only play, 3, because, otherwise, you were too weak. I don't know. It got unfun because it was just, always back into the fucking same position and get yelled at again for not doing enough, but then, someone has to do the damage. I don't know. Fucking annoying. Anyways.
It's weird.
I think this might actually get me to try it again. Because after the last time I played it, I was so irritated. I went, oh yeah, this is why I don't play.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to fix anything if they don't fix the matchmaking to begin with anyway, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yes, but I think this will mitigate some of the matchmaking issues to some extent. Because now I'm not having to necessarily stay on someone to heal them who is absolutely an imbecile. Not staying on the payload, running ahead. How many fucking divas do you just watch jet into the distance as you're staying on the payload as a healer and going, and then they're screaming at you to heal them? I didn't rush in. Removing the payload, you should have just stayed with me. Anyways.
All right.
Too many problems. They should just undo the changes they've made, but if they're not going to, at least this is something.
Hey, that's what I want. If they bring out Overwatch 1 Classic, that's where I'd be. Other news, Valve updated its policy on AI-generated content. Basically, they're allowing it, but they also make it easier for people to report stuff. Speaking of AI, SAG-AFTRA and Replica Studios reached an agreement over licensed AI voiced in video games. That's not good.
I'm so glad they went on this big fucking strike to then just kind of cave when they found something like that.
Specifically for video game voice actors.
Yeah, fuck video game voice actors. They're not
exactly.
Part of real, yeah. So fuck SAG-AFTRA. I mean, really, that just shows they don't care.
That was the whole thing they went on strike for. Well, not the whole thing, but a vast majority of what they went on strike for.
Masahiro Sakurai, who you might know from the Super Smash Bros. Series, said that he's planning to wrap up his What is the deal with YouTube retiring this year?
I don't know.
A lot of people are doing it. It's a trend or something.
I don't know. I feel like we see this every 2 years.
I mean,
the big. I'm stepping back from doing weekly things. Well,
it's because
you never
it's too much
have,
like a job.
I don't even think it's too much like a job. I think it's too much like a job, and then you're just sort of, you know, victim to whatever the algorithm is now, right? So the idea is to kind of keep uploading to stay inside people's like subscriptions, right? Like you need to float to the top, and I don't know, it's messy. I know that like certain ones I watch, like Tom Scott, he was doing one weekly, and like his are a lot of work, and he kind of always said like, look, I'm setting a date where like this is not going to be the case anymore. But I think it's just like we constantly have burnouts. We see people burn bright for a year or two, and then it's like I have to take a break. Well, yeah, no shit. Like, every other fucking media corporation takes breaks, and YouTubers do not, because they don't have really a system. It's just freelancing, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, there are success stories for sure, but the juice isn't worth the squeeze, is kind of my opinion on it. Capcom is updating its back catalog on Steam with DRM Enigma protection, which runs games worse and kills mod support.
Great.
Oh, gotta love it. Sega is working, according to a rumor, Sega is working on 3 more super games, which I think they announced 6, right, at the Game Awards?
Yep.
Yes.
They're working on Panzer Dragoon, Sakura Tyson, which is also known as Sakura Wars, and Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Hail, praise the Lord.
Terrence isn't here to hear it. See that? Oh,
I know.
Shit.
I'm excited, but honestly, out of everything the thing I'm most excited for this year is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
You know what I want?
The more I see of that, I'm like, is this that mega game? Remember when they were like, we're doing the biggest game ever made?
Oh,
remember when Sega was like that?
The super quadruple A game or whatever?
Yeah. I'm like, this is it. Like, this has got Pokemon and like Animal Crossing and like everything in it.
You know what classic game I want? You know how I want. They even made a trademark for it. Come on now.
Eternal Champions, I know.
That's right. Let's go.
I'm not against it. Not with Mortal Kombat in the state that it's in.
What do we got here?
You ain't getting new Killer Instinct either. It seems like they went with a wet fart. Like, yeah, update. And then
yeah, that update was like got me to download it and play it for like 10 minutes, and then I was done.
Yeah.
Limited Run Games has announced a couple new Konami games, including Rocket Knight Adventures Resparked and Felix the Cat.
Is it translated with AI?
I don't know. Apparently they have another Konami game that they're going to announce in February.
Do you remember when they worked with independent developers to get their games out physically? I do.
Oh, then they got bought by Embracer. What are you talking about?
No, long before they bought by Embracer, they did that. I want to say I excused it with Konami because at this point, Konami... I don't even know if Konami prints games anymore. Like, maybe Super Bomberman 2 made it out, but like...
They did Metal Gear?
But like Metal Gear Survive was like...
No, the collection.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I don't know. For the most part, it's like, I kind of forgave Konami at the time because I didn't see them doing a lot of stuff. Like, Metal Gear Survive was out, and then they kind of were like, we're just going to go back to our real classics. And then they like try to step away from gaming for a while. So I excused that, but I remember when the Scott Pilgrim was a hard one to swallow because it's like, come on, guys, like this is Ubisoft. Ubisoft will print fucking cartridges for everything, and this is the one that they're not gonna do. I don't know. It feels skeezy, and that's when I was like, I think I'm done with these guys. And I've read enough horror stories that like, I don't give a shit. You guys put out whatever. I'm not really interested. As much as I like Konami stuff, I don't need Felix the Cat.
No, nobody needs Felix the Cat. I'm just saying.
I don't even know if it's a good game or not. Don't really care. I just like I kind of just don't want to support any of that stuff. And I think I'm the one that's still on the physical train the most, and I'm just can't with them. They're just kind of a joke.
Yeah, I like I said, I have one limited run collection, and that's because they sent it to me back before they were big time.
Plumbers don't wear ties, really. I'm still not gonna get over that. That's still the biggest, like, what a waste of fucking money.
They spent a lot of money to put that thing together.
They also spent a lot of money to put a physical store together. Guess what? I don't give a shit about your physical store that's like located in one spot in the world. Great.
It's time for the layoff section of the news.
Ugh.
Oh no!
This has to be a thing every week.
All those
yeah.
white men that are being discriminated against. God damn it!
Yeah.
Amazon cut 500 jobs at Twitch, which is about 35% of its staff. Unity.
I said it in chat. I don't know how Twitch is still alive. I just don't know how it isn't a complete money sink.
I mean, it could be. Amazon owns it, so.
Yeah, but I just don't. I'm assuming, like, because, like, YouTube, right? Like, you send it to YouTube once, and then, like, if that video is never viewed, it's cold storage, right? But, like, if you're streaming, that's used bandwidth consistently to them and then from them. That's a lot of money, like, for a bunch of people that are not being watched by, like, anyone. I'm not saying those people don't deserve to be watched, nothing. It's just, like, that's a lot of money just down the drain. And it is money that is spent on things like video game play, but, like, okay, is that worth keeping? Is that person even talking over it? Like, I don't know. To me, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it's taken this long to see that big of a cut to them. Not saying that those people don't deserve jobs. It's a weird scenario, but it's just like, this is what happens when the world sees stuff as free.
Yeah, that's
which
100%.
Justin TV was, right? And so Justin TV was free. There's a reason why Justin TV was sold. It's because that was a lot of money to run as it got more popular, so they sold it to Amazon, and Amazon called it Twitch. So.
Unity is laying off another 1,800 people, which is 25% of its workforce.
Is this after? This is after
yeah.
They're already cut after the big fuck up from last year. Jesus Christ.
And then Discord laid off 170 people, which was about 17% of its workforce.
I did get to see their what those people are getting in terms of being laid off. It looks like Discord's trying their best to take care of them, at least, which is more than I can say about some of these other places. Obviously not great to lose your job, but they're paying for people's like Medcare for another like 6 months or something like that.
And the last rumor I have is that Atlas is working on multiple games for the for Netflix mobile game platform, and one of them is in the Shin Megami Tensei universe.
Wonder if Netflix gets Soul Hackers because the second game didn't so well.
And I think that's all I've got for news. So I'm going to pull up an email that we got. This is from Jeremy. It says, Happy New Year. Hey guys, hope you all had a great Christmas and didn't start the new year with too much of a hangover. Personally, I'm too old for that stuff, just turning 45 today, and it comes with some interesting adult challenges. Car sales have been pretty dismal the last couple months, so I've been selling off some hobby stuff, Transformers, video games, guns, knives, etc. I say that to thank you for doing the podcast for free every week. Tightening the belt really makes you appreciate the good things in life. Thanks, guys. Happy New Year. I'd like to announce our Patreon while I'm here. No,
Ken's taking all of the money. We don't see any of it. Do not give money to Ken.
What money? What money?
That was the joke. If you set up a Patreon, you are funneling it to yourself that we will not see a dime.
Yes, the Patreon that'll have one supporter, and it's me paying myself. Yeah. No, no, I totally get it. It's a rough time out there right now. I don't know how some people make it. Truthfully, I see prices of everything going up like on a weekly basis, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it is wild out there. That's not even for like good shit. Like fucking Big Mac's gone up like 20% in price.
Oh, but fucking McDonald's in general is just awful. I mean, their food was never amazing. It got worse, and now they charge more. Wow.
I want to be in a business where I can make something worse and charge more for it. Oh
yes,
wait,
that's the business to be in.
that's 100% the business to be. I mean, if we charge for this podcast, that would 100% be our motto.
I mean, how can we get worse? You added me. It's been downhill ever since.
It's been downhill ever
Wait,
since
yeah,
Gambus left. That's really the
Well, I
truth
mean,
of the
that's
matter.
also true.
I mean, he was the only reason people tuned in, so we probably could have charged money if he was still here, but you know. We did get some tweets. Some people sent some of their Game of the Year lists, which is cool. Taker129 says, thanks for another great year of content. Here's my top 10 games. Number 10, Forspoken, Hogwarts Legacy, Sons of the Forest, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Diablo 4, Persona 5, Tactica, Final Fantasy 16, Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, and Baldur's Gate.
It's a pretty good list.
That is a good list. Jeremy said in his, he said, crap, forgot to send a Game of the Year email. So quick list, Metroid Prime Remastered, my man. Amazing remake, Screw the Omega Pirate. Everspace 2, what a great space game with a variety of voice work and action. And No Man's Sky just got back into after 6 years. Wow, tons of fun. My Game of the Year is Tears of the Kingdom. That game never stopped drawing me in. Tons of games have lots to do. Few of them make you feel like you want to do it all. Friggin' magic. Disappointment of the year, Diablo 4. I had fun with my 80 hours, but the end game was just bad. I hope it gets back to the D3 side of end gaming or something better. Most anticipated game is probably Dragon's Dogma 2, so hyped for that one. Thank you guys for the show. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is probably my most hyped game for this year as well.
That's coming soon-ish, right?
March. Yeah, into March.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really stoked for Dragon's Dogma 2. There are so many games.
I think that game's going to be great.
There are so many games coming out in the first half of this year that is just bananas. And I am all here for it.
Agreed.
I wonder, so we're getting the Xbox Developer Direct this week. We got to be getting a Nintendo Direct soon, I would think.
I would think as well.
And goddamn, Sony's got to say something, right?
I would think.
Because they haven't announced a game, Jesus, since before Spider-Man came out, right?
Yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, what are they releasing in 2024? Like, I just don't know. Got to be Ghost 2, right? Right?
I hope. Yeah, I hope.
Like, what else would they have? Like, Santa Monica just dropped Ragnarok, so they're not doing anything. Insomniac is the gods, but I think they're tapped out till next year.
What's Bend doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, so Ben's probably got something.
Do we see Naughty Dog's game
Sucker
this
Punch.
year?
I don't think so.
I think Sucker Punch is doing Ghost 2, and I think that's their big fall game this year.
I mean, that's
what I think.
fair.
I hope you're right.
You could see something from Naughty Dog, but I just don't think so. Not with the fact that they just shut down
Factions.
Factions, like just canceled it outright. So I'd assume maybe we see a trailer, but it's next year.
Here's a question. Do you really think Nintendo does a Direct in February if we're getting a new console?
I mean, maybe, and they'll just show some of the stuff they still have coming out on the regular Switch, like Peach and stuff.
Because there's quite a few Nintendo games due out, but they're all like, they feel like end of the generation games. So we've got the Luigi's Mansion remake, we've got Peach, we've got Mario Luigi, right? That's another one that's coming.
Yeah.
No, there's Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, Paper Mario is another one. But like, it feels like a lot of like remakes and smaller games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paper Mario, which is a remake. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake. There's Peach, which feels smaller.
Isn't there a Mario Luigi
Let me
game?
see.
I swear
Well,
there's a
no,
Mario Luigi game coming. Like one of the RPGs.
I thought so too.
No,
but-
because Mario and Luigi was made by. Hold on, I'm just gonna write Switch releases.
I swear there's a Mario Luigi game coming.
No, because that team is done. Alpha Dream is gone.
It doesn't mean that they're not doing a
But
remake.
the next RPG is Paper Mario. That's what I'm saying.
I swear there's a Mario Luigi.
You can. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know where that would have come from.
I'm pulling this up because I believe I'm right.
Mario versus Donkey Kong.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That's
Sorry.
not Luigi, is it?
Well, those games confuse me in my brain. Chill out.
They'd be very different games.
I know they're
This
very
one is-
different games, but Jesus Christ, you know what I meant.
So yeah, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a remake of a Game Boy Advance game. Princess Peach is in March.
I feel like they don't have anything past March, right?
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion is Q2.
Okay.
Thousand Year Door doesn't have a release date yet. And then now I'm in the maybe section, which is not really helpful.
I just feel like if we get a direct, it's going to be like, here's some more Peach footage, here's the release date for Luigi's Mansion. Like, I feel like summer we're going to get that direct of like, hey, here's the Switch 2, and it's coming out in September.
Metroid Prime 4.
You know Metroid's going to be a launch game. That's why they ain't talked about it in forever. I think that and a new Mario are your launch games. That's my guess. Which, to be fair, that's a pretty fucking good launch. Ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'd buy it anyway, but I would totally buy it for that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got. I guess I need to warm up my car because it's only like 8 fucking degrees outside. I need to go get some food.
Yeah.
Fucking cold out there, man.
Yeah, it's freezing.
So I definitely gotta
That's
warm
why I
up my
was
car.
late. I was getting food.
Yeah, I gotta get food. Like, I felt good because they delayed the playoff game that was supposed to be at 1 o'clock today, so I don't miss it. But that means that like a playoff game starts while I'm still working tomorrow, which is fucked up. But anyway, that's all I got. If you want to shoot us an email, it's podcast@ztgd.com. And follow us on Twitter at ZTGD Radio. Yes, I still call it Twitter. Anthony, do you know what the next Phoenix Down game is? Because I think they just finished Dead Space, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Fuck, he told me and I forgot what it was.
Greedfall, right?
Oh, that's right. It
Yeah,
is
that's what I
Greedfall.
thought, but I was like, I don't think that's right for some reason. And I don't know if it's because they might not be doing it. They might just do Yakuza.
Which one?
The newest one.
Well, they're going to go straight into Infinite Wealth?
Yeah, because I think that's how Drew's going to justify playing it until his kid is born.
Until he can't play video games anymore. Which is always funny because people say that, but you could totally play video games when you have a kid. They sleep a lot during the day. You'd be fine.
Especially if you get your kid into video games.
Oh, yeah. Then they just sit there and play with you. Or watch. Or
Right.
whatever, you know. You just can't play the really bad ones, which
Correct.
I don't think you could play Infinite Wealth with a... Well, I guess
No,
as
I
a
would
baby,
not.
they're
I
not
mean-
they're not going to know what it is as a baby. Yeah.
Honestly, most of it is fine. There's just going to be those weird sections where it's like, I don't know if I'd want anyone to see me playing this.
You know, where the guys flash you or the baby thing.
I was thinking more of like Yakuza 0, where the guy talks to you after you go to the video place, and you're just the weird dudes that are like rubbing themselves, and you're just like, if someone walked in right now, this would be way more uncomfortable than them actually watching me watch the real life woman video that was just playing.
Man, that whole sequence in Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name, where they're using like full motion video is really weird.
Well, they did that. I remember they did that in Yakuza 6 because that was one of Jay's photos in his review. Is stereotyping in "Show me your boobies."
Like, this isn't like that, though. Like, this is where you go to, like, one of Majima's type clubs.
Yes, and it's uncomfortable because it's in first person talking to her. Yes. Okay, I remember that you showing me this sequence now, and I was like, oh no.
Dude, it made me so uncomfortable.
But that was uncomfortable in Yakuza 0 and when it was animated.
Oh yeah, now it's just like a real person talking to you, and it's really weird.
I kind of love it because it's like whatever they think they can do, they just do it. Like, sure, fuck it, why not?
Yeah,
just do something real fucking out there. Yeah, this is gonna be all in the full motion video. Okay, sure, fuck it, why not? And then I'm gonna go race cars that I build. And then
they brought that back.
Like the new game has you catching people like goddamn Pokemon and then battling them. It's already an RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dragon Quest and Dragon Quest monsters together.
Well, they did the Suji Dex in the first Like a Dragon, where you kept track of all the different types of people you fought.
Hmm.
So I think it's connected to that, isn't it? Isn't it just an expansion of the Sujimon?
Yes, but I think it's even crazier now.
Like you can actually capture them now and stuff. I think.
And
like
then,
there's a whole island for it.
Yes, and then I think that island is also like where you do the Animal Crossing like stuff too.
Jesus Christ! You're never gonna finish this game.
No, infinite wealth, infinite time.
All right, but that's
I still got to play the first one.
It's so good.
That's what I feel.
It's so good, though. It is really good, except for that difficulty spike. That difficulty spike really hinders that game a lot. It really turned me off for a long time. But anyway, that's it for the show. Unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.